All right, standing in Tadasana. Let's inhale, arms up, high mountain. And forward fold. Good, moving to a halfway lift. Stepping back into plank. Holding in your plank nice and strong. Lower to your knees and take a kneeling chaturanga down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Moving into baby cobra. And then release, pushing back up with strength, back into downward dog. Nice. Right foot forwards, low lunge, staying on the hands, on your fingertips, version of your choice, back knee straight or down. Good. And then moving back into downward dog. Left side for low lunge, left foot steps forwards, low lunge. And moving back into downward dog. Next we have lizard pose, right foot forwards into lizard and find your version of choice. Thank you, and taking it back into downward facing dog. Other side, left foot forwards into lizard. Finding your version. And then moving back into downward facing dog. Good. So Elena, I know you're not well, so at any point you need to just take a rest, please feel free to, and we'll WhatsApp each other later on if there's anything you're struggling with, okay? All right, from here we'll take it into our high lunge, right foot forwards into high lunge. And when you're ready, inhale, arms up. Good. Moving back into downward dog. And on the other side, left foot forwards for high lunge. Good, and moving it back into downward facing dog. Next, we have warrior one, stepping right foot forwards for warrior one. Good. Warrior one. Nice adjustment there, Carmel. That looks great. And moving back into down dog. Other side, left foot forwards, warrior one. And back to down dog. Thank you, well done. Next, we'll be doing warrior two. Right foot forwards for warrior two. Finding your pose. Good, and then from here, move into modified side angle, elbow on the thigh, side angle pose, elbow on the thigh. Good, and then full version, fingertips to the ground. and release back into down dog. On the other side, warrior two on the left. Move into side angle pose, modified elbow on the thigh. Good, full variation, fingertips to the ground. And releasing to move back into downward dog. Next, we have our triangle pose. Right foot steps forwards for Trikonasana triangle. Good. Moving into triangle. And then come up to reverse your triangle pose. That's it. Reverse triangle, Celine. And then moving back into downward facing dog. Good. On the other side, left foot steps forward for triangle. So Carmel, you're in pyramid. You want to do triangle pose Trikonasana. Triangle Trikonasana. Good, and then reverse your triangle. And move back into downward facing dog. Now we have our pyramid pose, stepping the right foot forwards to move into pyramid pose. And finding your version of your pyramid. Good. From here, take it into standing splits. Bring the hands forwards and move into your standing split version of your choice, either with a bind or hands under shoulders. Good. And releasing back into down dog. On the other side, left foot is stepping forwards for your pyramid pose. Pyramid first. And then taking it into standing splits. Good, finding your version of standing split. Nice. And releasing back to down dog. Thank you. You can walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat and flow your way back up to standing. Eleanor, if you're really feeling bad, you can send me pictures of these. I can see you struggling. If you want to continue, you can. Eleanor, but if you're dying, you can send me pictures when you're feeling a little bit better. Otherwise, we're moving into twists. So starting with chair pose, Utkatasana chair. Thank you. Take twisted chair to the right side. Twisting to the right, finding your twisted chair. And then over to the left side. Nice. Good, and come back to standing. Take a little breather. And then come back into downward facing dog, flowing your way back. Coming into twisted low lunge, we step the right foot forwards for a twisted low lunge. Ground the back knee on the floor, and take your twisted low lunge with the back knee down. So Sharice, you want to do hands in prayer with a hooked version, with your hands in prayer and then hooked. Thank you. Perfect. Moving back into downward facing dog. And then to the other side, left foot steps forwards, back knee down, twisted low lunge. That's it. That's it. Good. And then releasing back to downward dog. Next, we'll do the twist in a high lunge with the option to open the arms out. So right foot steps forward, twisted high lunge. You can keep hands in prayer, or if it's in your practice, opening arms up for the revolved side angle pose option. Thanks, Eleanor. Good. Otherwise, keeping hands in prayer. Good. And releasing back into down dog. On the left side, left foot is stepping forwards into high lunge. And finding your twisted high lunge with the option for a revolved side angle. Good. Nice. That's it. Thank you. Well done. Moving back to down dog. Coming into warrior three, step your right foot forwards. From your high lunge, moving into warrior three, arm version of your choice, whatever's best for your body. Warrior three. Good, holding it there. And stepping back, thank you. On the other side, we step the left foot forwards for warrior three, coming into it from high lunge. Finding your pose. That's it. And back into down dog, thank you. Next, we'll do our half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. You have the option to use a block with this one, which is also very helpful. Stepping the right foot forwards will come from triangle pose. Right foot steps forwards. Turn to the side, open up for Trikonasana triangle. And when you are ready, moving into your half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, finding your poses. easing back into down dog. On the other side, left foot forwards, triangle pose. And now taking it into your half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Good. And moving back to down dog. Good, thank you. Come to standing at the top of the mat for your dancer's pose. When you're ready, stand on your left foot, take your right foot back, and with your right hand, move into dancer's pose. Finding your final version of your dances. Nice. And slowly bringing it back. Yes, thank you. Nice. On the other side, when you're ready, left foot goes back for dancer's pose, standing on the right. Good. Finding your pose. Thank you. And easing back up. Well done. Facing me, come into tree pose. Bring your right leg up for tree pose. And when you feel steady, you can take your arms up overhead. If balance is cooperating, good. Thank you. And gently coming back down. On the other side, left foot is coming up for tree pose. And when you feel steady, option to take arms overhead. Thank you, and release. Next, we have our standing figure 4 pose. Cross right ankle over left thigh for standing figure 4. And squat down into your standing figure 4. Good. Coming back up, changing sides. Left ankle over, standing figure 4. Good, and coming back up. Thank you. Eagle pose. Right thigh hooks over left thigh for eagle pose. And then show me your eagle arms. That's it. Make sure. Thank you. And slowly release. Other side, left thigh over right. And then coming into eagle arms. And slowly release, thank you. Take a big step out into goddess pose, please. And find your goddess pose. Good, arms in cactus variation. And then standing upright, forward fold into your wide-legged forward fold. First version, hands back in line with heels, chaturanga arms. Wide-legged forward fold with chaturanga arms, version A. Good. And then coming up all the way to standing. Next variation, reverse prayer hands or holding onto elbows and forward fold. Still in your wide-legged forward fold, Cherie, same feet. Good. And then coming back up, last version is with fingers interlaced, arms straight and forward fold in your wide-legged forward fold. Good, thank you. And coming all the way back upright, you can flow your way back into downward facing dog. Step your right foot forwards for a low lunge and then rock back for half splits. Half splits. So Charisse with your back knee on the floor and then half split, that's it. Moving back into down dog, thank you. And then to the other side, left foot steps forwards, low lunge with the back knee down, and then rock it back to half splits. Thank you. And then stay kneeling facing me for your gate pose. Kneeling facing me for gate pose. Right leg out to the side and take your gate pose. Parigasana. So we're stretching to the right. The other way, Charisse. Yeah, to the right leg. Thank you. Coming upright to change sides. And then left leg out to the side, taking your gate pose on the left. Fabulous. Thank you. Come to seated now. You can sit side on to me and we're going to take our forward fold Paschimottanasana. So if you need anything for seated poses, you can sit on a cushion or a block or have a strap handy, whatever you usually use for these. Feet together, Paschimottanasana. Sure, Celine, just face me side on so I can see your spine from the side, please. And then forward fold for Paschimottanasana. Feet together, forward fold. Okay. Coming back upright. Now our one-legged forward fold, Janu Sirsasana. Bend your right foot up like butterfly pose. And then forward fold for Janu Sirsasana, one-legged forward fold. Good. To the other side. Left leg up, forward fold, Janu Sirsasana. Thank you, and releasing. Now with your legs wide out to the side for Upavishta Konasana, wide-legged forward fold. Either hands behind your back, sitting upright, or moving into the forward fold. Thank you. And gently coming back up. Join the soles of your feet together for butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. You can stay upright or option to take a forward fold here if it's in your practice. And then easing back up, thank you. Next one you have is cow face pose, Gomukhasana, with your right thigh wrapped over your left thigh. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Right leg on top, and then you can take your Gomukhasana arms, cow face arms. So Carmel, those are eagle arms. Think of cow face arms. That's it, you got it. Elena, opposite arms to legs here. That's it. Perfect. All right, on the other side for Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Left on top of right. That's it. Sitting evenly and taking your Gomukhasana arms. Thank you, and release. Well done. All right, I will teach you so from here, let's take our Malasana squat. So squat with your feet first together. Feet together in Malasana. So you can space side on or forwards, whichever works for you. Big toes together. So Charisse, big toes touching there. There you are. Big toes together there, Caroline. So feet are still like Tadasana feet, and it's just the knees opening out. That's it, you've got it. And come into your Malasana squat. Hands in prayer on the floor. Good. And now squat with your feet wide. Malasana with feet hip distance apart or wider. You've got it. There we are. Thank you. Well done. And now moving into Skandasana. So facing me, open out into your Skandasana. Right knee bent, left leg straight, arm version of your choice, Skandasana on the right. Good. And then slowly transition to Skandasana on the left. That's it. And then release. Well done. Let's come into our back bends now. So seated on your bum for reverse plank, Purvottanasana. Reverse plank. So sitting on your bum with your legs out in front of you. Place your hands behind your back. Fingers are pointing towards your hips. Keep those toes together, remember? And press hips up with legs straight into your reverse plank. Watch the neck there, Caroline, to not drop head back. There we are. You've got it. Lift those hips, Carmel. Lift your chest. It's a back bend after all. And then lowering back down. Well done. Okay, so from here, let's move into low lunge with a back bend. So from downward dog, Anjaneyasana, low lunge with a back bend. So stepping right foot forwards between your hands. Ground your back knee and inhale both arms up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge with a back bend. Reaching up and back. That's it. And back to down dog, thank you. Other side, left foot forwards, Anjaneyasana. And take it arms up and back, back bend. Good, thank you. Release and lower onto your belly for Cobra Pose. Shalabhasana, Cobra Pose. And inhale, curl into your Cobra Pose. So here we're looking for lengthened back of neck. And shoulder blades drawing down and together. So let's do baby cobra there, Eleanor, with the elbows still a bit bent like we do in our sun salutation. Yeah. Good. That's it. Baby cobra is the one we'll be demoing here. And then release. Thank you. Next one is your Shalabhasana locust pose with your arms to your sides. Lift your hands, feet, and chest off the ground. Fingers can be interlaced or palms facing thighs. Version of your choice. Arms back, Caroline. That's it. What's your neck, Charisse? Lengthen the back of the neck. Yes, I'm always looking at your necks in these back bends. Thank you. And soften. Well done. Just give your back a little breather. So I'll go over upward facing dog again with you, but let's take upward facing dog and see how we're looking. So placing your hands, or you can come from chaturanga if you wish. Move into upward facing dog with straight arms and thighs pressing away from the ground. Upward facing dog. If that's not in your practice, repeat cobra. Thank you. Charisse, your neck is something you're going to need to watch out for. Yes, that's it. Celine, your shoulders. What are they doing here? Whenever you're ready to go back into down dog, please press back. Celine, you need to press your shoulders down away from your ears in that. Good. Take a few breaths here in your down dog just to release out the back. That's better, Celine. Well done. Okay. Come to lying on, before you come to lying, let's take our pigeon. So right leg forwards into pigeon pose. Let's just take pigeon as a forward fold to start. Nice placements, good. Pigeon pose, right leg forwards. And then option to forward fold in your pigeon pose. Okay, fabulous. Wow. Coming back up, now we'll move into pigeon with a quad stretch. So hold your back foot, quad stretch in pigeon. Left hand to left foot, quad stretch. Okay, so you option to stay here. Mermaid pose if that's in your practice. If a full version of your king pigeon poses in your practice with a strap or without a strap, you are welcome to take that variation as well here. That's it, Caroline. Good job flipping the grip. I see you practiced that. Good. Wherever you are is perfect. One more breath. Stunning. Back into downward facing dog when you're ready. Well done. Take a few breaths to stretch out. Left foot forwards into pigeon. We'll take it first as a forward fold. And settling in, good. And then when you're ready, coming to sit upright and coming into a quad stretch in pigeon. This is perfect to stay here, or you have the option to move into mermaid pose or whichever back bend is appropriate for you. Good. And then gently release. Go back to down dog and then come to lying on your back and just take a few breaths there. Okay, we're going to move into bridge pose next. So when you're ready, placing feet and pressing hips up into bridge pose. Good, that's it. Option to interlace your fingers and bind the hands, or you can keep your arms down to your sides and just focus on lifting up through the chest. Now stay in bridge, or you have the option to go into full wheel pose if that is in your practice. Otherwise, repeat or stay in your bridge pose. Otherwise, option to move into full wheel. Good, nice. Cherise, try pop up onto your toes. Yes, Cherise, that looks amazing. Nice, Caroline. That's it, Celine. Wiggle your feet wider apart, Celine. They're a bit too narrow. That's better. And also on the toes, if you can, Celine. Thanks. Whenever you need to come down, listen to your body. Good. And lowering down. Take a few breaths. You can windscreen wiper knees side to side. Anything you need to soften. So I'll teach you some lying down poses we'll be doing here tomorrow, which we would normally come into for your full assessment. We would do boat and happy baby and a few of those poses. Let's take a happy baby while we're here, just to release out your backs, because we all know this one. And you can rock a little bit. Hold the baby toe sides of your feet in happy baby there, Carmel. That's it. All right, you guys are doing great. Back into downward facing dog, moving into your arm balancing section now. You'll show me your three-legged dog again. So right leg is pressing up into three-legged dog. And then showing me how you step forwards between your hands in a way that works for you. Good. Take it back into three-legged dog. And back into down dog. On the other side, left leg is sweeping up, three-legged dog. And show me how you step that foot forwards between hands. Good. And when you're ready, moving back to three-legged dog, back to down dog. Thank you. Side plank. On your right hand, right outer edge of foot, turn to the side for side plank. On the hand, if that's okay, Caroline, on the palm of your hand. If there was a reason, there wasn't a reason the last time. Hey, yeah, cool. Lifting hips up, version of your choice here. See if you can stack your feet, Cherise. Take your back foot, stack it on your bottom foot. Yes, option to take that leg up in the air, full versions if you wish. Good. And Celine, see if you can keep that bottom leg straight. Go back through down dog whenever you're ready, please. Bottom leg straight there, Celine. Let's feel it on the other side. Over to the left for side plank. Bottom leg stays straight and active. Yes, Celine, that's it. Version of your choice. Nice stacking of feet. Lift those hips, Carmel. Lift your hips up higher. Yes, go for it, Caroline. Then lift your hips up, Caroline. Push hips up, push hips up. Yes. Whenever you're ready to release, coming down. Thank you. Take a little child's pose to soften. Remember, if you have any questions, you can ask them at the end of the session, even though we're flying through all of these today. I just want to give you a feel of how things will be running. Alrighty, you are going to show me your chaturanga, either on your knees or a full chaturanga, whatever in your practice. So let's come into plank. Hold your plank for a second. You're going to give me a 10-second lower either on your knees or full chaturanga. Starting now, we go forwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, chaturanga, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And whichever way you'd like to flow back into down dog. Thank you. Come down onto hands and knees for cat and cow. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, round your back for a cat stretch. And then arch your spines for cow, lifting the chest and broadening the collarbones without scrunching necks too much. Shoulders glide away from ears, yes. and release. Come to squat for your Bakasana crow pose. Come to a squat for crow. So from Balasana, you can have whatever props you'd like. Place your hands. Take your time, work your setup. Look forwards, lean forwards, and very slowly, when you're ready, moving into crow. Thank you, Caroline. That's it, Eleanor. That's it, Therese. Nice, Celine. Yes, Kamal. Fabulous. Excellent. And release to a position that feels comfortable, either down dog or standing. Take a little breather wherever you are comfortable. Whew, okay, side crow. When you're ready, moving to side crow. So knees and feet together to squat. Taking your arms to one side. Work your setup, placing elbows, making sure you've got a good hook. Go slowly, go slowly. Looking forwards, leaning forwards, and moving into your shapes of side crow or coming up. That's it, Caroline. Go for it. Yes, excellent, Caroline. That's it, Celine. Nice, Carmel, Charisse. Yes, there we are. Go for it. Coming along. Take a breather in between before the other side. Okay, let's have a look, Charisse. Charisse, let's see. Hook the elbows, hands a little bit wider apart, Charisse. Yes. Hook both elbows underneath your bottom thigh. So that other elbow, bring it in so it's underneath your hip on the left there. Yes. Now lean on both of your elbows and look forwards and lean forwards. That's it, Carmel. Looks good. That's it, Charisse. Now go for it. Nah. Okay. Come and have a seat. All right. Unmute yourselves. Let's have a little quick chat. We've got some time. Okay, so I wanted to give you a feel of how it's going to flow through all those poses quite quickly like that. Okay. Of course, at the end of all of that, we would also end with your inversions. Your headless headstand and your handstand would normally come now. Okay. So just so you know, that's how it's going to run quite quickly through a lot of poses. I'm going to teach you like maybe 5 more poses tomorrow. At this point, we would take our mats to the wall and kick up and go upside down, but I've already seen you all upside down today and you've already received feedback on that. So Charisse, I want you to work for that side crow and see if you can get your elbows both tucked underneath. There's one of your pose analysis poses, Charisse.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you'll probably be figuring it out nicely over the next week. Okay. And Carmel, also just get that shape. You're so close for that side crow.
And I think the crow, the Bakasana is coming along nicely. It's just about getting my tippy toes off the block.
Looking great, Carmel. You're right there. It's looking fantastic. Looking fantastic. I've got some feedback for you guys, which I'll probably send you directly. So just little things. Overall, we're looking pretty good. Some small refinements. Ellen, I can see you not yourself today, so I totally get it. I'm going to ask for some pictures during the week when you're feeling better, or next weekend, because I know you're normally like fierce, and today she's like, she's dying, but well done for getting through it and being here. I appreciate the effort and showing up, so well done. Do you guys have any questions for me? So when we were going through that, was there anything that came up that you want to ask? This is your time. Caroline.
And then just with half moon, the bottom hand, as far as I can remember, I wrote down, you put the bottom hand a little bit to the outside. Am I correct?
I have a note for you as well here, Caroline. I was going to say that's one of your feedback notes. So yes. So your hand, when you first went in, was too close towards you. So it wasn't underneath the shoulder. So you need to bring that hand, first of all, forward. So it's like almost a two-part thing. You hop that hand forwards, and then you right, it goes out a little bit out to the side. So right on the edge of your mat. And that is the key placement for that bottom hand. Same for you, Sharice, on the one side. You needed to be more specific, and you'll use your block, turn your block the other way. I guess it's just a control thing. To just make sure your block is far forwards enough in your half moon pose. I think there was someone else. I've got a whole list for you guys here. But yes, that's it, Caroline. That was pretty much the main point I wanted to have with you, Caroline. Everything else I'm pretty much happy with your practice. So we're looking good. Sharice, your side angle pose, I needed on the right side, the left side was better, the angle of your arm to be more in that side angle line.
On the right side.
On the right side, the left was better. So check in with that. And also your triangle pose to lean your shoulders back more, to stack your shoulders over your shin. Carmel, what happened with your triangle today? You were a bit lost.
I had a bit of a brain wobble. I don't know what to do with my arms.
I can see. So remember, and that's why I'm not saying anything, because in this final assessment, if you're in the wrong pose or have a blank, that's my job, is to assess your understanding. So remember, triangle. Okay, it happens. It happens to all of us, and often on the day it happens. Okay, and then yeah. And then in your figure 4 pose, Sharice, flex your foot. Your eagle arms, you did the same arm as leg, opposite arms to legs. And I'm going to talk to you more personally about your forward folds. I want a little bit more movement from your hips. So I will send you feedback on that. Celine, I'll send you just little things. I'll send you personal feedback. Carmel, it was mostly that triangle. Your warrior 3 is so much better on the right. Left side is now the one that needs catching up. Dancer, your hand.
I knew one of it wasn't doing the job, but the right felt a lot stronger than the left.
Very better. I know it's a pose you're working on, so I can see that progress. So well done. Right is there. Now the left needs a little bit more work. Okay, so these are the types of feedback that I'll be sending you guys, and I might as well do it just one-on-one with you guys. And then you can also send me pictures that you've analyzed it, you've looked at it. This, because the next weekend we're not meeting in small groups. The next time we do this is your final assessment. So that's why today I wanted to give you a good run through of how everything is going to play out. So I can also, this is for me, is almost like a mock exam, and I can see where you're at. And I always check back from last week, the points that I made about your poses, seeing the improvements from this week, and how that's all coming together. So mostly just little fixes. You guys are doing great, and I will send you that feedback directly as well. And then you can send me photos. So before the final exam, I know you're good for a pass. Or if I need any more, then I'll ask for more. Okay. So do you guys have any more questions for me? Is there any poses you want me to look at? Sharice. Sorry. Yes, you do.
Well, I've actually got 2 questions. I hope I don't think the one's got to do with now, but I just wanted to ask you while I've got you. For the side crow, I feel so awkward. I don't know, my body just feels like it's so awkward. I don't know what to do with it. So I'm really struggling with that. And then the other thing I wanted to know is regarding my pose analysis. The one pose was my wheel, but then I kind of figured it out after I tried your head bob thing. So do you think I should still go with that, or should I rather do something else for that?
Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Rather choose something that's going to keep you challenged. So I'm glad you've taken Side Pro, because you need to figure out why do I feel awkward? What isn't happening? Can I try with my feet on a block to help me get into the shape a little bit more? I'm going to try with both elbows or one elbow. And if you get a little bit lost, just WhatsApp me to help you as well. But Sharice, I think taking, looking today, there's nothing major I need you to work on. So you can focus a little bit in your forward bends. I want more tilt from your hips, but we'll discuss that later. Choose something more challenging for yourself. Okay. But we got you into the headstands and handstands today, so that was great. Yeah, so step it up. Just on your full wheel, I said pop up on your toes, and then you had a beautiful wheel, and it looked fantastic. Okay. Did I answer both your questions?
Yes, thanks so much.
Okay. So how does that feel as a run through for your final assessment? That's pretty much how it's going to run. Are we feeling good for that? Okay. Eleanor, better on another day, I'm sure. Carmel, yeah, a few things to work on. So I'll send you that feedback now. And then if you can send me pictures that you understand the feedback that I've given you, that would be fantastic. Okay. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want to check on? Any poses? Anything that's come up? Anything? This is your time with me to just ask away. We got through it quicker than I expected.
Sorry, Laura, with regards to wheel, it is part of my pose analysis and I am struggling a little bit. So what would be acceptable? Which version would be acceptable?
Yeah, so Carmel, full wheels is really tough. So I want you to assess, is it a flexibility thing, my shoulder flexion, or is it a strength thing? Because your shoulders are quite decently flexible to push up. So I think you need to assess on that level, and then also try full wheel with your hands on blocks. Remember that version I showed you? It's quite hard to push up, which is interesting. You can also try it with your feet on blocks, Carmel. You can also try it with your hands maybe on a bed or something higher up, or walking back along a wall. I don't know. I think it might be a strength thing more than a flexibility thing.
No, I think for me it's more the lack of strength in my arms, which I found is the same problem with any of my other arm balances. In general, I have these spaghetti arms. So
I mean, that might just reach the point. I haven't actually got this. I need to build more strength in my arms, but I want you to explore it higher up, like with your hands on a bed, or walking down a wall that your arms are already straight. Yeah, it's tricky. It's going to be tricky because you and just trying to push up with your arms higher might help with strength. You could also, I mean, when your feet are on a support, it's even harder for your arms, but it makes it easier for flexibility.
Yeah, no, I think I have a few ideas of how I can play around with it.
Yeah.
I think maybe because lifting my body up is a bit hard. My body's heavy and my arms are weak.
It's a lot of strength to get into it.
Yeah, I think maybe just trying to get in from a different angle, a different way to get into the pose.
Yeah, I think it's really fun to explore that. It's going to be interesting to assess flexibility, or is it strength, and reaching a conclusion. And then what will you do to build that strength? You know what I mean? So it's really quite fun. Yeah. Tricky. It's a tricky pose that. It's tough. It's tough on strength and flexibility and just all your own body's things as well. So it's good for you guys to also hear, because a lot of you have very happy back benders in full wheel. So it's good to also hear other people's experiences of that pose. So that's exciting, Carmel. Cool. I look forward to seeing. Anything else? I'm here. Ask away. Okay. Cool. Overall, I'm very happy. Things are coming along nicely. Eleanor, I've seen you stronger, which makes complete sense today. Feel better. Take it easy. And you can send me some pictures when you're feeling stronger. Okay. All right. Well done, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. We'll all get together to learn some twists that you'll be doing in this as well, and some lying down poses and boat pose. So those are the remaining poses you'll include with this assessment. Okay. Well done, everyone. Have a good afternoon. Please WhatsApp me. I'll WhatsApp you now, actually, with more feedback. Okay.
Thank you, Laura.
Pleasure. Have a great session with Taryn. Bye.